Okay, in the last video, I wanted to know what makes Israelites so rebellious. I guess that's none of my business. So let's move on. Then I looked and saw a hand stretched out to me. In it was a scroll. Okay, we got to that part, right? Okay. He then said to me, Son of man, go now to the people of Israel and speak my words to them. Okay. You are not being sent to a people of obscure speech and strange language, but to the people of Israel, not to many peoples of obscure speech and strange language whose words you cannot understand. Surely if I had sent you to them, they would have listened to you. But the people of Israel are not willing to listen to you because they are not willing to listen to me. Wow, wow, wow. What I'm doing is I'm picking up the characteristics of the Israelites. Okay? They resist God. They don't listen to God. Okay? Israelites are obstinate, rebellious. Okay? Um, they don't listen to God. They don't listen to God's prophets. Before I ask the question why, and my computer just shut off. Let's continue. For all the Israelites are hardened and obstinate. Okay, let's put hardened. And again, he uses the word obstinate. But I will make you as unyielding, and hardened as they are. I will make your forehead like the hardest stone, harder than flint. Do not be afraid of them or terrified by them, though they are a rebellious people. Okay. Okay. And he said to me, Son of man, listen carefully and take to heart all the words I speak to you. Go now to your people in exile and speak to them. Say to them, This is what the sovereign Lord says, whether they listen or fail to listen. Then the Spirit lifted me up, and I heard behind me a loud rumbling sound as the glory of the Lord rose from the place where it was standing. It was the sound of the wings of the living creatures brushing against each other, and the sound of the wheels behind them, a loud rumbling sound. The Spirit then lifted me up and took me away, and I went in bitterness and in the anger of my spirit with the strong hand of the Lord on me. I came to the exiles who lived in Tel Aviv near the Kibar River, and there where they were living, I sat among them for 7 days, deeply distressed. At the end of the 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the people of Israel. So hear the word I speak and give them warning from me. When I say to a wicked person, you will surely die, and you do not warn them. So this is where this rule came from, that even if somebody doesn't listen to you, you still have to tell them. You still have to tell them the right thing, even if they don't listen. Um, Let me go here. I want to look up this river.
Then Timothy falls to the ground and he starts convulsing on the ground. I thought today we could talk about Candyman.
You know who that is? That's Bailey. We're not listening to Bailey today. Okay, let's see. The Kibar River in Babylon. Okay. Let's see what it says. Oh, this place just looks so ugly to me. It just looks so ugly to me. When I was in Baghdad, that I had a feeling. It was in the air. The land itself is blessed. It's blessed. It's not like here at all. This is not holy ground. This is not a holy land at all. You can just feel the difference. Let's see if I can find this river. Images. So looks like no one has actually been there and actually took a picture of it. At least I don't see it. There's a blog talking about it, but that's it. Okay, so let's go here. At the end of the 7 days, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the people of Israel. So hear the word I speak and give them warning from me. When I say to a wicked person, you will surely die, and you do not warn them or speak out to dissuade them from their evil ways in order to save their life, that wicked person will die for their sin, and I will hold you accountable for their blood. I know a whole lot of people that's guilty of this here, honey. But if you do warn the wicked person, and they do not turn from their wickedness or from their evil ways, they will die for their sin, but you will have saved yourself. Again, when a righteous person turns from their righteousness and does evil, and I put a stumbling block before them, they will die. Ooh. This says to me that some thinking has to be realigned. Hear what the Lord is saying here. Hear what the Lord is saying here. Okay. When a righteous person turns see, this comes back into free will. That has been on my spirit. Free will. Free will. Ah, free will, but consequences, honey. There's some consequences. So it seemed like to me, this whole thing of free will is just not, there's something about it. It's not right. Because if you're doing what is right, it's not a guarantee that things will be so-called well for you. if you're doing things wrong, things are supposed to be tragic for you. But when you're a righteous person and you do the wrong thing, Ezekiel is saying that God will put something in your way to harm you. Well, hallelujah. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's go. When a righteous person turns from their righteousness and does evil, and I put a stumbling block before them, they they will die. Let's go down the line. Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, Triple X Temptation. When you are righteous and you turn from your righteousness and you do evil, and God puts a stumbling block before you to kill you. When you are righteous, you know you're doing wrong. You know you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. In my life, I've had devils after me the whole time, trying to prove that who I am. It's so hard just to be yourself. It's hard just to be yourself. Um, and then you got devils who come along and then they try to say, that ain't who you are. They're a fake. They lying. That's not who they are. This is who they are. I was in high school. There was this ugly, ugly girl. She was ugly in every way to me. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And she was also promiscuous, and she got pregnant while we were in high school. And she said, "Oh, well, I had a baby. That proves that I'm a woman." And I just used to look at her like she was stupid because I just felt that she was. So my point is, there I am living my own life. Let me tell you something. High school was hard for me. There were so many things that I couldn't do. There were so many things that I didn't want to do, and then there were so many things that I did want to do. Okay, and I'll give you an example. This was a heartbreak for me. And for some other people, it may not be, but this is what broke my heart. In high school, we had one of the better arts programs. My art teacher was fabulous. But to be in her class, it cost money. And it wasn't a lot of money. Like, it wasn't even $20. And I couldn't go on field trips. I couldn't do any of that stuff because Doris, my mother, the sister of Satan the devil, wasn't going to give me any money at all. She really wanted us to be like, she didn't support us at all. And I used to work during the summer to make my own money. But I was just a kid. Between school supplies and clothes and shoes and stuff like that, I just didn't have the extra money for the actual, different projects and stuff at the class. But I really loved that class, and it was hard for me. And I think she gave me like a D just to pass me. But I didn't sign up for any of the arts classes because everybody knew I didn't have any money. And it's sad. That was a hard thing for me. So my point was, it's so hard in this world just to be yourself. And then you've got these people that will challenge you for who you are because they can't let you be you. I've heard on the YouTube channels they say, just let me be great. Why can't I just be great? And then I see so many other people who are in positions that they should not be in because they just had sex with the right person. I've seen people who have degrees and they don't know nothing. People who have good jobs and they are completely incompetent. But they're letting somebody at the company have sex with their babies and their children. And that person is keeping them on the job so that they can rape their child. I'm going to tell you somebody who got a job with the city of Houston who didn't deserve it. But they were able to get that job because they let the person who's going to be their manager rape their children. I'll give you another example. There's somebody who's a billionaire right now. And that person is a billionaire because not only did the mother give this child to this high-ranking, disgusting person in the music industry, but now that person is also raping this woman's grandchildren. So not only did she give her own daughter as a child to this person and herself, let's be real, and herself, she is also giving now her grandchildren to this person. I'll be back next installment